Hey, welcome to our Kill Bill ranking video. This is also a type of video we're gonna do. Uh, we're still gonna do album reviews, of course, but I just want to do a more shorter type video
Yeah, one more
for
lazy.
now. Yeah, and Kill Bill's one of my personal favorite rappers.
Mine
Along with, I
too.
also don't shut up. I also don't think besides Ramona, he doesn't really have that much exposure online. So I have a dedicated audience, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it'd be nice to talk about him.
Yeah.
Ash, your general thoughts on Kill Bill the rapper?
I think he's very good. I think he's underrated and deserves more love. But I don't think that's necessarily true because he did get on the Billboard charts with Fullmetal Kaiju.
I mean,
So
I,
I
I, I
he
guess I guess he did.
yeah. So he's kind of had a bit more of a rise recently. I mean, I don't think he's not that well known by any means, but he's still a bit underground. But I consider his music very good. I like his stuff. I like his stuff with Rav too, even though he's way better than Rav.
Is that all?
And that is all. I don't have much to say that you didn't already say.
I mean, Kill Bill the rapper truly proves that rap is like a mountain.
White on top.
White on top.
I think I would have a better opinion if we, because right before we recorded this, we found out he has an EP that we didn't know about that we listened to, and
Oh yeah,
it was not good.
It released like 5 years before. I think this is like Newground. Just put this.
Yeah, just put an F already. We could talk about
Put that there. It's like a bunch of new. Apparently, not much is known about it because it was like I think Kill Bill removed it for obvious reasons. But like, it's like a Newground, like from his Newground era. So I know how he met Rav and stuff, but like. Jesus, this album's bad.
It
like,
really is.
It sounds like if some like guy just really wanted to imitate like T.I. or something. Like
Yeah.
it's very that era of rap.
It is. It very much comes off as, and it probably was, but it very much comes off as like some like teenager, young adults like first project. They don't know much about music and they just want to like copy what they know people like, but they can't do it well.
Exactly. We just listened to it like a few minutes before this, or like half an hour, and it genuinely just
Yeah. It felt like especially with like Big Hammers and Go Get It, the first and last song. There's only 3 on the track list. It felt a lot like it was just maybe it's just because the lyrics were so boring, but it felt like the majority of the songs were just the chorus. Like it was like 80% chorus, 20% other lyrics.
Yeah, this album's badly written. Also, the second song had one of those like beat.com things.
Yeah, it did in the beginning. Made with beat.com.
Or it wasn't beat.com, but like
It was something close. It was like beats.com or...
I think it was a specific producer, but still. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like no one knows this exists. Kill Bill, not the most known person. And like this. This is not the Infinite before the Slim Shady LP. This is like
Yeah.
I don't know, but like this is like a dumpster fire before like a beautiful flower forms.
Yeah, it really is. It's terrible. I mean, we're looking at, because we used Album of the Year, before we rated it, one other person rated it, and for being a smaller, he's pretty well recognized on here, and a lot of people on this website like dig deep into discography. For only one person to actually rate this and find it, it kind of shows how like hidden it is.
Yeah, so we both agree that's an F.
Because, yes, it is. It is terrible.
Terrible and bad. Now, Now,
No, it's
now we're both going to agree again, because this album is a one of the best okay, it's one of my personal favorite albums.
yeah.
I think it's one of like Ash's like top 100.
Oh, it's absolutely
Like
in my top 100. It's higher than that. It's probably
top 50 or
yeah,
not.
like the very edge of top 50, most likely.
Yeah, this album's in my top 10 like albums of all time. I love this album. Actually had a strange journey with it. I went from like it was like just okay to like, oh, it's really good. Like every time you re-listen to it, it gets better. There's not a bad song on here, honestly. And I think the album is like it's I think it's his longest album. It's 51 minutes.
Yeah.
It explores a lot of different like topics. Especially the 3 songs at the end after the subspace skit. Like they all blend together beautifully. It's like great. About Last Night is one of the best songs like ever.
Yeah, I agree with that. About Last Night's great. It's I mean, I want to personally re-listen to it. I've listened to it 2 times and my opinion has stayed the same, but that was still a fair bit going back, so I'd like to see how my opinion changes, but currently it's my favorite album by him. It's amazing. I love About Last Night. I also love Abandon too. I think that's right up there. I think that's not as recognized on the album, but personally that's also one of my favorites. And it does have Rav on it, but it's where Rav is actually really good. I mean, I say that I don't think Rav is terrible, but his new stuff with Kill Bill has not been good, and I feel like in my listening of him, even though it's not as focused, he's as Kill Bill's kind of like fluctuated and he's consistently been pretty good. Rav has kind of just gone downhill over time.
Well, I just think Rav's an incredibly mediocre rapper.
Yeah. Fair.
Like the beats on this album, the lyrics.
Oh, the beats are amazing.
Oh, like Black Coffee.
That's good. Start my day off with a pot of black coffee.
Like the sampling on that specifically is so good.
Yeah, just the production on it is really, really good. It's just
like backwoods, like if we're just gonna list all the good things about this album, we'd be here all day. Like besides Water featuring Jinzo the Trap Lord, which I still like the song. It's like it's not my favorite.
You say feature isn't Jinzo the Trap Lord just him?
That's just him.
An
that's
alternate
just him.
name, yeah.
Yeah, it's just him. Good Luck Chuck. The beat works with that song so well.
I like it. It's got a lo-fi jazzy style with a lot of stuff which I really like, but at the same time it's very abstract, which he doesn't. As time moves on, even though he definitely focuses a lot on abstract hip hop. As time goes on, he moves more away from it. But I've always been a big fan of abstract hip hop, and I really vibe with this.
I also say he moves away from the more jazz and lo-fi parts of this album.
Yeah.
To his detriment, but...
that's true, but... It's still interesting. I like when people change things up. I mean, I think this is the best style he has, but it's not like he puts out bad music other than, well, what we just covered in his most recent. But besides that, everything's consistently very good. Yeah, spoilers, I know.
Yeah, this is S tier. It's not moving from this spot in either of our opinions for a very long time, if ever.
No, it probably won't. It has a lot of staying power.
This next album, Resin, very like a year later. This very weird album.
It is a weird album.
I'm not like this is such a departure from what Ramona was. It's very weird. Like the Resin doesn't sound that like I'm trying to. This album doesn't sound that close to Ramona, despite being from the same person.
Yeah,
there's very large differences between this.
It still has the abstract, but it I think it more focuses on experimental hip hop style. It does not have like the jazz elements really much at all.
No, this album's way more experimental,
Yeah, it's
which I think works on songs like Cerulean
yeah,
and
Sterling.
Lost in You, and I Think You're Really Cute, so I made a sex song about you.
Yeah, I think it's also. Oh wait, no, that's not a song I was thinking about. Never mind. But no, it works very good. I like Chakras. I mean, I like pretty much every song on this album. I just don't think it's nearly as strong as the past one.
No, this album's still great.
Yeah, it's still very good. I also
Like an
I do
8 out of
not
10.
I've mentioned this. I do not like the DJ hentai daddy intro. I think it's kind of dumb.
It's fine.
Annoying.
I think it fits with the album, the feeling of it.
I guess. And Rav's also on here, and Rav. This is during the streak again where Rav is.
I think Rav helped out with this album less. He's only on 2 songs.
Yeah, it's true.
I think he was a bigger part of Ramona.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, it's also got Square, who's also a big member of Exo Society, who appears on quite a bit, not as much as Rav. And I like Square, and most things I think I actually like Square more than Rav. I mean Rav appears more, but
Yeah.
when it comes to the projects, I prefer him.
I don't know. I don't have any strong opinions on Square.
But no, I think it's good. Most of the songs you mentioned are probably my top ones from this album too.
Yeah. Like the Lost what's my the RPG is also really good.
Yeah.
But I think the best song is just maybe it's I Think You're Really Cute. I made
That would be mine.
it's probably I Think You're Really Cute. So I made a sex song about you.
That would definitely be mine. That's my definitely my top on here. That's the one I come back to most. And the weird thing is you kind of reintroduced me because I listened to this album and then I listened to some of the songs, but I didn't listen as much. And then you showed me that song again, and then I kind of got hooked on it. Oh, I didn't mention Resin. I also really like Resin, the self-titled song.
Yeah, that's fine. I like it. Ash, are we thinking a B tier?
Yeah, I'd say probably B.
Yeah.
Because B and C's are like the middle, and it's definitely higher. I would say B.
Yeah. The next album, the compilations. Because Kill Bill didn't release a single album since took a 4-year gap, 2015 to 2019.
So
I don't know if these were all singles, but
yeah, I don't know if they're all singles either. It's labeled as Drop Season the Singles Collection, so I would think they're all singles, but
I don't know. I didn't pay attention to Kill Bill till like 2022, at the end of it. But the album's very obviously with a it's a compilation, loose connected, not there's no like formula to this stuff. So you get like amazing songs such as you get like interesting songs, Toonami, Slide, like Thinkin',
yeah.
Paradigm City, all great songs. And you get Gold, which is probably my least favorite Kill Bill song until we get to Keep the Change. Like I think that beat is horrible, and I think like the lyrics aren't good.
Yeah. It's been a little bit. I remember loving Slide. Slide was my overall favorite, and liking a lot of songs in here, but thinking it was kind of a mixed bag. I still think it's has more good than it does bad on it, but there's definitely some songs that don't stick with me as well. And I don't really like Golds, but looking at my old review, I very much did not like Golds.
No, it's a horrible song.
I probably is. Based on what you're saying and my previous opinions, it probably is. I don't remember that much, but there. But
No, there's not much. There's not much to say about this album. Are we just thinking can you either go B or C, Ash?
yeah, I do think as a whole, though, I would say probably I think it's still B, just behind Resin.
Yeah, it's still good. It's just there's less to say about it.
But I will say as a whole, I do think from like the halfway point of like once you hit slide and down in like the track list, it's a lot better. The second half is better than the first, I think, overall.
I actually don't agree with that.
I think the second half is overall better. That's not to say I don't like some of the songs. I think Toonami's a good song, but I think it's just a better half.
I think the second half was just more boring. I like Smoke Break as well.
Smoke Break is good, yeah. But I also like Beef Rama, and I like that song, and that song's in the second half. Yeah, this is in the Rav set, as I would call it, because he put 3 albums in a row that had Rav in them, along with the last one having Square. But the first one of that set is New Moon.
This is a great album.
It is a great album. This is the best one with him on it. It goes... I also really like... It goes back to that more, like, jazzy, lo-fi, abstract hip-hop type thing.
Yeah.
That was more present in Ramona. I don't think it's present to the exact same effect, but I think the album's great, and I like that style for him the most.
I mean, like, Passion Fruit...
Yeah.
I think it's Passion Fruit, has the, the beat they're rapping over is really like a lo-fi jazz beat from City Girl. I don't remember the exact song. I'll put it somewhere, but yeah, that little vibe is back. I like this has so many Kill Bill essentials on it. It has Passion Fruit, Love Drug,
Dirge. I love Dirge. I listen to that song all the time. That's probably my favorite on this album. I also love the Suicidal Thought sample. Or it's... Wait, it's not even... Why did I say sample? It's not even a sample. It's Kill Bill saying the lyrics, though. But reference to that song, which is also one of my favorite Biggie songs, so... Kind of ties together.
Yeah, those are the only good songs, obviously, but those are such essentials.
Oh, yeah, it's not. That pretty much... Not pretty much. Every song on this album is great.
When I'm successful, I'm gonna buy a Neo Geo. It's not a good song.
It's a fine song. The name's awesome, but the song itself is okay. I don't dislike it. Saffron is a really good song.
Yeah. I didn't really care for a Little Empathy, although I kind of like it.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't know. It's got, I guess, some lower points, but I don't think any song's bad. I get you don't like Neo Geo, but I still think it's an okay song.
Yeah, we're gonna see like the next couple albums are Rav and Kill Bill albums, but really didn't Resin to I think why am I Snowglobe Theory is like 5 years
around, I believe. It is 6 years apart.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's 6 years between the two studio albums with Oli himself.
Jesus. Yeah, but the Rav Kill Bill albums, this one's like the best, obviously.
Yes, this one is the best.
And I think we can both agree it's going to the top of B tier.
I would actually say it goes into A.
Yeah, why not? Next we got a Solar Flare, you know. This mediocre album that sounds like a lot of B-sides from New Moon.
It is absolutely weaker than New Moon. I wouldn't say it's mediocre. I still had quite a bit of enjoyment out of it, but it's definitely not up there with New Moon. It's the worst out of the 3-piece set that went together of Kill Bill, Rat, and Rav. But
I mean, I would agree with that. But like this album, like only being 7 songs, like also ties into the sound.
Oh yeah, it's very very short. It's clear that it was more quickly put together. It probably was, like you said, just like B-sides. Or even just ideas they had for songs that they didn't end up putting in that album that they're like, you know what, let's make it quick. So it definitely is quicker, but I still very much like it. The first half is way better than the second half. I think if they cut it after like Sunny Day, they kicked out the last two songs, it'd probably be the album would probably be way higher rated for me.
Yeah, I mean, Frostbite is a bad song.
Yeah.
The only song I really care for is Cinnabar.
I like New Sun too. Those are like the two I like have up there, and then the rest are like they're okay, except for Frostbite's bad. The other ones are like it's okay. I like them. Like,
but yeah, I mean, I only care for Cinnabar, and like I don't even revisit that much. It's not that good. It's like an 8.
I like Cinnabar quite a bit. I give it like a 9. New Sun is like an 8.5, and then everything else besides Frostbite, which is quite bad, is just like I don't know, like a 5.5 to a 6 out of 10 for me. Like I wouldn't say anything else is like bad for me. It's just like it's okay.
Yeah, I don't like this. This album's mediocre. I would put it in C tier.
I wouldn't put it down in C tier. I'd put it at the end of B.
Well, luckily this is my tier list.
Screw you. Skin, which is the last one of this set, and it also has, on top of Kill Bill and Rav, Square.
Oh yeah, it does have Square.
Yeah.
He does a pretty good job. Good job, Square.
He does. The worst on this album is Rav.
I think Kill Bill is better than both, but I think the two is like I think they do a pretty fine job together. I think they're both fine.
Well, I think Kill Bill's the best out of that trio. Yeah. Yes. I'm not saying I think Rav is bad on this, because I think Rav is still quite good in this album. I just think Square is quite a bit better than Rav in like the terms of like the connection here. Like neither of them are bad on it. I just think one has the edge over the other by a good bit.
I don't know. I think Kill Bill should have made an album by himself.
Well, yeah, yes. His albums by themselves are mostly his best ones. But
no, it's also just their 7-song.
Yeah, it is another shorter album. It is longer based on minutes. Like, it's not as incredibly short, because I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was only like 14 or 15 minutes for, what the hell's the one? Solar Flare.
Something like that.
I'll check. It was, it's 16 minutes. I was 1 minute off.
The only songs I ever listened to this album are like Worth and Breathing Underwater for Dummies. I liked Half-Life though.
I like Half-Life. I like Breathing Underwater for Dummies. Worth is good. Celadon's good. The other ones I don't really come back to as much. I don't dislike them. I think they're okay songs. I don't know. But my top two are definitely Half-Life and Breathing Underwater for Dummies. They also, out of the album, for most things that are, it doesn't seem like it's as thought out, Half-Life and Breathing Underwater for Dummies, the transition between them is really, really good. I
remember Breathing Underwater for Them. I think it's, one of the first, Kill Bill songs I've ever listened to.
Oh. I did not know that.
Back before I was an album listener, when I used YouTube for music, Kill Bill, Breathing Underwater for Dummies, one of the first songs. If not the first. I actually can't remember which was my first.
I don't have the same type of experience, because you're the one that introduced me 2 years ago now at this point to Kill Bill, the rapper, and then from there I listened to Ramona, and then I just listened to albums on my own from him. So I didn't really get the experience of starting to listen to some singles, getting hooked on his style, and then deciding to listen to albums. But yeah, I've always I've mentioned, obviously the audience wouldn't know this, but you know this. I've mentioned to you many times that I really like the Half-Life to Breathing Underwater for Dummies transition. That's I consider that one of the best transitions I've heard between songs I've heard in music. I don't think the songs themselves are the best, but I think the transition, how they do it, is very good.
This album is being it's kind of mediocre. Yeah, nice. I like it. Put it at the.
I like it. It's the better one. It'd be at the back of B for me, still.
Yeah, I guess we can put it there.
The Snowglobe Theory, his most underrated album that originally I also underrated, but as I've re-listened to many songs on it, I realized I was very wrong, and I want to re-listen to it again.
This is like half the reason I wanted to make this video. This album is like my most underrated album of all time. I love this album. I love every song on this album. Well, besides What to Say, but like I like Cigarettes, Do Not Disturb, A While,
Yeah, Poltergeist, The Boy Who Broke the Glass.
Poltergeist, Spaceman, IB, all like top tier Kill Bill songs, top tier hip hop songs.
Yeah,
I love it.
I listen to honestly, and I was saying this before I recorded. Honestly, currently, my most listened to Kill Bill song that I listen to on the regular is probably Cigarettes. I love that song.
That's a fair pick. It's a good song.
It is, but I because it's been a while. I mean, a lot of these have also been a while. So I can only change it to such an extent because there's quite a few songs I still haven't re-listened to compared to my old opinions. But most of the stuff that I listened to the first time that I was like, yeah, it's fine, that I've re-listened to, I've come to really love. I think it is kind of one of those albums that like it grows on you the more you listen. There's certain albums like that where it's like your first time listening, you're not gonna rate it as high. I mean, that was my experience too with like Kids See Ghosts. Like, I talked about how you overrated it, I didn't like it as much, and even though I didn't rate it as high as you, after re-listening a fair bit, I came to really like it. And I think there's some albums that just like that. You start to get it the more you listen.
Yeah, I mean, Snowglobe Theory I also rated it lower than I currently would, which, to be fair, is probably more of me having a better understanding of music. But, like, at the same time, I think I've grown to... this is, like, his only concept album, I would say. Where it just sticks. Like, the entire idea of it sticks throughout.
Yeah, I think there's definitely some albums that have some lingering concepts as a whole, but
like the ending
this
of,
one
the
sticks
ending
to
of
it the
Ramona.
most.
Like the ending of Ramona.
Ending of Ramona, and also like Fullmetal Kaiju. Even though it's not all of it, a large part of that kind of talks about like his like anxiety and stuff, and depression and stuff, and kind of how he feels. Like, especially towards the ends where you get like All Dungeons No Doors, Nursing Homes Terrify Me, Simple. I mean, I'm moving ahead. I'll come back to that, but like,
yeah,
I think that album kind of covers it too, but the other albums don't really cover that to the extent. But I think this definitely covers it the most.
No, this album's just, like, amazing. Everything. Like, also, album art being one, a callback to Ramona, and just beautiful.
Yeah, the album art is really good, yes.
Well, the aesthetic of this is, I would say this is absolutely his most experimental album. Like, it's way more experimental than Resin.
Resin. Yeah, I think it is. I think it has, like, it still keeps more abstract, like, hip-hop style than this, but it's still more experimental in style.
The album also has more of him singing, like on Snow Dancer, which I know a lot of people don't like, but I love that track.
Yeah, I'd have to re-listen to it. I'm gonna be honest, that's one that's kind of left my mind.
Honestly, like, there's not much I dislike about this album. Yeah. Honestly, maybe some, like, parts of What to Say.
And I'm gonna go back a little, and not to say like he fully designs it, because normally people like somewhat hire people and they just kind of approve of it for designs. But talking about like album covers, I will say for the most part he has really good album covers.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like even the albums I don't like as much, their album covers are great.
Yeah, that's how Resin is that like Junto Ito? That kind of looks like what he would draw. I don't know what that's from.
I don't know what that's from either. I don't think it is. I think there's too little, yeah, that's not his style, because of how he did the hair, and then, like, how little definition there is on the face. I think that's a different drawing thing, but, like, that album has interesting look. I think the like Kill Bill Rav 3-part run, those albums, while being very simple, all look very good. Ramona looks very good.
No, but this album's great. Once again, half the reason I made this we're doing the Kill Bill tier list because I wanted to talk about this album in particular. Go listen to it now. I would even recommend. Actually, for first time listeners, I'd recommend Ramona first, but this is a listen after. S tier.
I would say A, because there's songs I still need to re-listen to personally. But it would be above, you could probably put it in S, because it would be above, I'm blanking, New Moon. Anyway, so.
And then Fullmetal Kaiju.
Yes.
This is definitely the most Kill Bill. First of all, I want to say it's good before what I say, which is probably going to sound negative, despite me not meaning to be negative. This is the most Kill Bill album.
Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, it's. I would say that is very fair, but it is very good.
You take the ideas from all the 3 previous albums and you mush them all together. This is what comes out, and it's great.
It is very good. It's definitely very high up there for me.
Plus, it has a Sega Saturn aesthetic, which I really like. Which we need to talk about. We talked about the album covers on the other ones. Let's talk about the disc art for this, like the manual inside. If I remember correctly, it's literally, if it not, I'll cut this out, but pretty sure it's literally designed like a Sega Saturn.
Oh, that's cool.
Like game.
I didn't even know that.
That's the coolest shit. That's the coolest shit ever. I love that.
Yeah. I didn't even know that, but I love this album cover. This is one of the best album covers he's put out.
I would say combined with the like inside the like this is one of the best discs, like the entire like album, like art and like the inside and stuff. I think it's just like one of the best artistically.
Yeah.
Oh, and also the music's pretty good too.
Yeah. No, the music it also like it mixes it. It mixes it a lot, which is kind of nice. It kind of can remind you of like all the areas he's grown in and all the different things he's tried as it touches into everything. And like I was mentioning before, I think the concept is very strong. It's probably his album with like the second strongest concept, because even though like at the ending of Ramona there was a lot of songs that weren't as connected, throughout a lot of songs in here, and some songs it's more noticeable than others, but like I said, they talk about like anxiety and different stuff, or they at least like somewhat reference it, especially towards the end. It kind of gives you more of an insight into his life.
So. Also, this album has a contender for, I think, it's definitely stronger than Resin. I think it's on the same level as Snowglobe Theory for the great ending of Nursing Homes Terrify Me into Simple.
Yes, that it is really good. Those are arguably the 2 best songs.
Yeah, Nursing Homes Terrify Me became like one of my top 10 Kill Bill songs very quickly as I re-listened to it more and more.
Yeah, Simple is one of my top ones too. I don't listen to Nursing Homes Terrify Me as much, but I also do listen to it a good bit still. I very much like the song. But Simple has also been one of my top ones. That'd probably be where I said Cigarettes is probably my number 1. Simple is probably my number 2 and like most listened to Kill Bill songs.
I think that's aside from Ramona, that's one of Rav's that's Rav's best.
Oh yeah, I think Rav's 2 best parts are Simple on this, and then his part on Abandoned 2 in Ramona.
Yeah, I kind of want to talk about the beats on this. We haven't really mentioned the beats all that much, except for the like Ramona stuff. But like the beats on this album, especially on Nursing Homes Terrify Me, really add to the songs.
Yeah. It kind of also, as I look at it and think about it more, it kind of has like in the beginning, it kind of like pumps up a bit more. It's faster. It's a little heavier, if that's the word to use. I don't know if that's the word I should use. It's not really heavy, but I mean, you can understand what I'm saying. And then as it like goes on, it gets more like emotional and a bit lower to an extent. Like All Dungeons No Doors is pretty like up in your face, but it's also like that on purpose. I think it gives you this idea of like his life and like kind of this outside perspective, and then you recede into like this inside perspective of what life really feels like for him on the inside and how things bother him.
Yeah. But besides Taking and Run, I like all the songs. Although False Swipe and then the two last ones are obviously the best ones.
The two last ones are the best ones. I like All Dungeons No Doors and False Swipe and Polybius quite a bit. I like pretty much every song on here. Take It and Run is the weakest song. Actually, no. I think Let's Bounce is the weakest song. I like Take It and Run a bit more, but I don't hate either of those songs. Like I don't think they're bad. I just think they're mediocre. That's fine. I think this is
It's going in A tier.
yeah, it's
Uh,
I would say it's above New Moon.
yeah.
I think it's better than New Moon. I think as a whole, I mean, Resin's kind of the outlier, but I think as a whole, his albums just by himself are just overall way better.
Yeah, it's because he's better rapper than Rav.
Yeah.
Because he's one of the best.
Yeah, I mean, he has really good flow in his songs, and his lyrics are very well thought out if you pay attention to them.
You know, rap is like a mountain.
Shut up! Don't.
And this next album, this sucks. This is awful.
Oh, it is bad, and it's not even just a thing of like Kill Bill like being bad, because even though there's some parts he's bad on, most of his stuff is like mediocre. Like if he wasn't in here, it'd be like the album's mediocre. I mean, if he was the only person in here, it'd be like it's mediocre, it's fine. But Rav is so bad.
No, rap is undeniably the worst part. I don't like Kill Bill's parts as much as you do, but like Rav's the mixing on this album's pretty bad, and I think Rav suffers the most.
Yeah, Rap.
I think Dogma is like the worst Kill Bill song.
God, Dogma's terrible.
And the worst Rav song, I guess, by association.
Yes, it is. It is so bad. Like
the only like things will get much worse from here is like I guess okay, it's fine.
Like I can run you through like my thought process with the song since I listened early morning today.
Okay.
It's kind of the thing of like when I listen to it, things will get much worse from here. And Clutch, I listen to them and I'm like, these are okay songs. I enjoy them. I would give them like 7 out of 10 range. And then you have Golden Gold, Fetish, and
Ooh, Golden Gold, that's a bad song. I just like popped in my head. Also a bad song. Really bad.
Did not hate it that much. I think like Golden Gold, Fetish, and Tarmac, they're like flat mediocre, like flat 5 out of 10. I don't think they're horrible, but I don't think they're that great either. And then every other song is terrible, and Dogma is the worst.
I also think Barracuda is that might be the song I'm thinking of. Rav's really bad. I mean, Rav's not bad on all of the songs. But
Yeah, I think Barracuda is the one. He's got really bad lines in there.
That horrible flow.
Yeah, I think that is the one with the like horrible flow where he exaggerates the end of like every word.
Yeah. Regardless, Dogma's also bad, but
Dogma's the worst song. Yeah, it's just most of it just does. It really just doesn't sound good at all.
I will say this doesn't really. I hope that his next album isn't a Rav collab album, but like I'm not that worried about the future of Kill Bill though. I think he'll be fine.
I think he'll be fine too. Like I said, even like his parts on here, I didn't think were that horrible. Not to say they were great. Like it would still, if it was just Kill Bill, and he like changed up the songs a little, it'd still be his worst album, definitely. But it would be nowhere near as bad as what I currently think it is because of Rav.
No, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, and it's like it's weird because it tries to go with a lot of stuff for like a more hardcore style than they really do, but at the same time with that, it's somehow more boring.
No, this album's like not impactful.
No, it's not at all.
Like it's like tied with the comp. Like even the compilation album, which wasn't impactful at all.
Yeah, this is
Like
just
you're at, like an album should not be as like not impactful as a like album.
yeah. I mean, there's 10 songs here, and I could see myself listening to 2 on a rare occasion, being like, yeah, it's good, and that's about it. Like everything else is just there's even everything else just doesn't stand up to the other stuff. I don't think I would go back and listen to it.
No,
It's
this
really
album's going in D tier.
yeah.
It'd go in F tier, but we made that just for Barracuda.
Yeah, I don't know if I put it fully in F because F is like based on this. F is like a complete failure. Like it's bad, but there's still some songs that I like. Like it's like a 3 out of 10. Like it's not good, and it's very clear, but it's not something I despise.
No, this album's really bad. It no coming back to it. Not good.
No, I wouldn't come back to it now. I don't unless I decide. Well, I am planning to do a full re-listen, but because I just listened to this, I'm keeping it out of that re-listen.
Coward.
I know. I don't want to listen to this again. Ugh. It just doesn't. It's not that enjoyable, and it's by at the same time with it being boring, it's the second longest Kill Bill Rav collab album, and only by 3 minutes. It's 3 minutes shorter than New Moon. It's like it has so much more time.
To be fair, half of them are 7 minutes long.
But I mean, it has more time where it should be able to give more of an impact because it's not so short. It's like an average album length time, especially for like Kill Bill. And with that, it somehow just is way worse and way less impactful than some of the albums that have like 15 minutes to their name.
Yeah, sour note to end on, but
Yeah.
what you gonna do?
'Tis how it is. I really wish like I get they're like friends. I don't care about features, but I really wish he would stop making collab albums with Rav.
I wish Kill Bill would release a new album.
Yeah. Well, he did. He released one this year. It's with Rav.
Yeah, well, I wish he would release a new one.
Oh.
Better one.
I mean, I want a new regular album, but I also want time on it. I mean, he released Fullmetal Kaiju last year. Normally you want at least, like, I guess not necessarily, but like 2 years is probably good enough time, at least as a base. You don't want him to go and push out an album too quickly and then it feels unfinished.
I mean, Resin was made 1 year after like Ramona.
That's true. I don't know. It all depends. It's I mean, he's doing a lot of touring and stuff right now, so it's probably gonna be a while before we get another one.
Regardless, love you, Kill Bill. I love you. You're great. You're great, man.
Kill Bill.
Ramona, you'll forever be in my topster.
It could be in mine when I re-listen to it.
You're a fake Kill Bill fan. Not even.
I am not a fake Kill Bill fan. I've listened to all of his albums, including the EP that nobody knew about. Although that was today, but for this. But I have listened to a very, very large amount of Kill Bill. Although I would like to end it off saying I prefer Jinzo the Trap Lord.
That was a terrible way to end it.
Yeah, that was horrible. Don't end it.